let's start with a artist that you're a little bit more tuned into than I am. That's Empress of dropping a 5 song EP titled "Save Me." Were you looking forward to this drop?
Yeah, I'd say so. I had been a fan of some of her past work. She's released 3 albums to this point. The last one, "I'm Your Empress" of back in 2020, and this is her first release beyond any loose singles since then. So I think anyone who had been aware of Empress of was definitely into her. The thing is, she's not super famous, not super mainstream. She's since left her label and is independent once again on her own indie label Major Arcana. So I don't know if she's necessarily gonna get more famous going independent, but I feel like if you're in the know, if you know, you know with her music, because it's this kind of hard to explain, hard to put in a box dance pop, avant-garde pop music. She's got a pretty large body of work at this point, but I was a bit surprised almost with just how dancey a lot of this Save Me EP is, and that was a good thing.
Yeah, shades of more recent Disclosure, shades of almost flume, type
Mm.
sound on this at times. I think Kept Up sounded a bit flumey at times to me. Some of the synth production on that, and I was really just digging these 5 tracks. Makes me want to go back and dive into the rest of her work because while you reviewed "I'm Your Empress of," I did not listen to that album, so I'm very intrigued by these 5 songs. And while I don't think I loved every song, I think I came away being like, wow, there's probably 4 of those tracks I would go back and listen to again. Starting right off the bat with "Save Me," which I think is just absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
The drums in that are just like amazing. They sound so spacey, but like the production around it with like the strings, the
Yeah.
just
Yep.
it sounds so incredible.
Yeah, I love the title track "Save Me" a lot. I think exactly how you put it. The drums are very distinct, and then the very specific strings when they come in briefly when they do sounds awesome. This was the lead single for the EP, and I think that's a song that could easily blow up, given the right circumstances. I feel like that's a really engaging song. And what's really cool about Empress of too, this has been the case for some time, is not only does she write or co-write all of her songs, but she produces or co-produces all of her songs too. Very talented, multifaceted artist. And I think listening to that song "Save Me," such big, loud production. It's like, wow,
Hmm.
really, really talented person to kind of have all that land. But I mean, it's not something that would be out of place on like the Calvin Harris album coming out in August
No.
either. But you're
Yeah.
not getting it from someone with all this huge backing.
No, I completely agree. And it's interesting on the EP because I feel like it almost kind of goes like one on, one off. Because "Save Me" sounds so distinct, but then "Dance for You" is kind of a like straight pop track. That I feel like that you could hear that on like a Dua Lipa album and not it wouldn't feel out of
Yeah,
place. And then "Turn the Table" is a little bit I don't know, more unique, I guess. Like it's so like toned down, and she's
yeah,
kind of whispering on it, but the clicking like percussion in the background really stands out as being something that you don't usually hear. And then, like I said, "Kept Up," the synths on that just remind me so much of like a Flume track or something. It's a lot more trancy, a little bit spacier. So really impressed. I think the only one I didn't like come away loving was "Cry for Help," which
mhm,
is the last track on the EP. But I hope this is precedent for something bigger coming from her later on in the year because definitely want to hear more from her as soon as possible.
yeah. I absolutely agree. I think it's one of those things that if people stumble across it, it's like such a pleasant surprise because it's like I totally agree too. Of the 4 of the 5 tracks, really like sticking with you, but also being unique kinds of songs in their own right, and seeing that much variety and uh, presentation of talents on just a short EP is really impressive, obviously.
Yeah, absolutely. We're gonna be talking about Empress of whenever she's dropping new music, so stay tuned and follow that Nostalgia Best of 2020